I have some things to share with y'all. I'm not gonna do too much reacting tonight. Not gonna do too much shit talking. I think I've had my fair my fair number of clips over these last few weeks, and I'm just gonna tell y'all, nothing's gotten dicey. Nothing's gotten crazy. Nothing's gotten to be too much, right? But I will say this digital footprint and live streaming gotta be responsible. And the reason why I say you gotta be responsible, because I'm really talking to myself at the same time while talking to y'all as we engage and you guys are at home engaged and wondering, like, okay, where is this going? The reason why I say it has to be responsible is because people's words, people's actions, and let me take my own accountability because I've gone through my own things in my life. But people's words and people's actions have consequences. And in this world, especially in today's world in 2025, where there is a higher level of sensitivity, you know, we just got to be aware of that. That's all I'm saying. Okay. That doesn't mean that anything came across my desk or somebody pulled me to the side and was like, yo, Kai, what have you been doing over the last few weeks? Nah. To be real with y'all, I've gotten a lot of love. I've gotten a lot of feedback. All right. Positive feedback, might I add. I've gotten some criticism. That's always healthy. I've got some confrontation. That is always healthy. Right. But the positive messages that I've received on my streams, about my stream, excuse me, has been very rewarding. It's been eye-opening. It's been enlightening. You know what I mean? It's putting me in a position where I know I still have to educate myself more. All right. I'm 33 years old. I always like to remind you guys of that. I'm grateful for the ability to be able to walk on this earth for this long, right? To experience this earth for this long. The reason why I say it makes me want to go out and go get educated on certain subjects that I'm passionate about is because I want to be able to relay these messages with concrete details, facts, evidence that support what I'm saying. I don't want to just be on here and just be like randomly spieling, right? Because I look back at some of the streams. I'm proud of myself. I am. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself, okay? I can honestly say that. Man and man in the mirror, I can say I'm proud of myself. Because there's not too many things that I can say that I've defeated. And one thing I could say and I don't even mean it like that. I'm saying outside of my normal day-to-day competitive drive, what I've known for majority of my life, which is continuing to train my mind, continue to not only be a kind person, but continue to strive for more. I'm saying in this particular space in streaming, proud of myself because of the amount of nerves that I had to get through to be on here. You know what I mean? Like, and I want to share that with you guys. I think that there's an uncomfortability, right, that a lot of us streamers don't necessarily talk about. And I'm not speaking for every streamer, but I'm saying, there's a difference between like reality and what you see in front of you, right? What you're seeing in front of you, and then also what goes on out in the broader world and who I am as a person, who I am as a vessel on earth doing God's work, and how that relates to an actual impact. You know what I mean? These moments right here that we have, this chat, tribe, right? I don't take them for granted because you guys are also part of the community growing, and you guys are part of the message growing. And my message sometimes can get distorted. It could get, divided up. It could get, twisted to be a certain type of narrative. Nah, you guys know the way I feel. And if you're just new to this tribe, right, new to this chat, you know that I'm consistently praying for humanity and for peace on earth. Does that mean that I'm less of a person because I have empathy? No. Does that mean that I'm always going to be in the right? No. I have to take my accountability as a person that's also a leader out here, where I have to safely land my influence. Influence is a convoluted word, you guys. Um, because it gets tossed into like this influencer idea of just appreciate the gifted as well. I'm my bad, you guys. Let me pay attention to the stream. But to some of the gifted. My bad, you guys. It's not, I gotta make sure it pops up. But my point is the stream aspect and being able to be relatable versus being informative and also being informed of what's going on. This has to be a detailed conversation. You guys gotta give me feedback in the comments right now of how you would like to segue these conversations going from a serious tone, but also, and when I say serious, I mean there has to be some education in this. All right, you guys have to not necessarily extract advice from me, right? Yeah, you guys can't just extract advice from me. There has to be active participation. If you were here last stream, I definitely talked about August and how we should all take a step forward towards doing little things to create better habits. I don't know if anybody at home has been acting on these things since August or since the start of August, but I pray that you have gotten some things done or made progress.